All right, guys. So, what have I been doing? Refinements, really, on the TPU bushes for the drive shaft. So I've decided to, rather than using just a bit of spare silicon tubing that I had, which wasn't really designed for the job, a little bit of a tight fit for the drive shaft. So I've now bought some stainless steel shafts. They're very smooth, and so I've just been busy making up the seals and getting them exactly to the right size. So they're snug, but not tight. Um, let's go and have a look at this. This is the smaller of the two bushes. So I'm just going to select the middle, double click on the sketch, and that'll take me through into the drawing, and then just double click on the diameter of the inner part of this extrusion. The best setting is 3.3, at least it is for me using TPU. So I'm leaving the outside diameter at 5.3 because that's where it goes into the hull. And then, yeah, finish the sketch. And then basically you come through here, do your 3D print, select it. I've switched back to Cura temporarily because, I don't know, just seems to be I have more luck printing with TPU with the Cura slicer than I do with the Prusa. Prusa, I probably have to figure out the settings. It just seems to be a little bit too quick with TPU, and therefore it leads to it oozing out everywhere, whereas the Cura seems to be a bit more settled, slower basically. And TPU has to be printed out at a particular speed, particular feed rate. So 0.15 layer height because I want it to be ultra fine. Everything else is pretty much the same. Wall line count of 3, top and bottom layers not really essential, but I've left them at 2. Um, what else? Infill of 5%, probably don't need it. In fact, if I take it off, let's have a butcher's, see if it actually works. If not, I'll put it back on again. See if that's going to slice. All the feeds, 200 for the temperature, 65 for the bed, 102 floor rate. Print speed, no higher than 50, I would say, for TPU. This is the longer of the two. And yeah, so that seems to be about right, because you don't need infill, but having a wall count of 3 is sufficient to fill in the gap, and then the head's just going to continually roll around in a circle rather than it zigzagging and do whatever it needs to do for an infill. Give it a brim because that'll prime the head sufficiently so that by the time it starts doing the bit in the middle, and you need a brim anyway to support it, but it just means that it's the nozzle's all primed and ready to print the TPU because TPU is very finicky. So that's the 10mm one done, and well, that's such a print now. Yeah, that's the new shorter one. So it's 6mm, I think, in length here, 5.8mm across the width, and 3.3mm for the inside diameter. So again, let's have a look at that one. It should be correct. Yeah, so that looks pretty good. So that's what I've been doing. Bit of experimenting with different materials with PLA, and so I'm doing some different colors. I'll post the video once it's all done, and yeah, I hope you have a good day. Catch you later.